Not in front of them all.
What's the matter? Won't she kiss you?
Father.
That's bad. Maybe I ought to change my mind about the wedding. Don't want my daughter marrying a man she don't care for enough to kiss.
But they're all looking at us.
Ashamed of him, are you? That's worse. Better call the whole thing off.
Can't. What about all my work on our new house? It's no use to me without Elsa. A man can't keep warm all winter by himself.
Silly.
You're the silly one. Better kiss him and show you mean it. Look out, the knights!
I'll go and kill us a sheep for dinner.
Here they come again. What misery will they cause this time?
Will they never stop these horrible attacks?
We can only fight them somehow.
Ah, the dogs are having themselves a feast. Better than the castle. You, come here. No, the wench. I won't hurt you. I just want to talk to you. Thanks.
I got a fat sheep. Table all laid out for us, eh? They're learning manners. Yeah, why don't you go and kill yourself a couple more lambs?
Let's go back to the cars.
Elsa.
Oh, Chad.
Elsa. Come. We'll wait a week before we get married. And when we have a boy, we'll name him after your father.
I don't want a child. I don't want to be married.
Now we'll talk about it tomorrow.
No, Chad, I mean it. The knights from the castle, they can come back any time. They can do anything they want to us, kill anyone they like, and take anything we have.
But it's always been that way. But it doesn't stop people getting married and having children.
Like sheep bearing more lambs for the slaughter. But I don't want to bring children into a world full of sudden violence and death, and then tell them that they're helpless just because it's been that way.
Perhaps the violence can be stopped. Perhaps we can find someone strong enough to protect us.
Protect shepherds against knights.
I've heard of a king in the south called Arthur, who believes in justice for all men, regardless of birth or rank. Elsa, I'll go to him. Surely our cause is good enough for us to seek his help.
Where is this King Arthur?
At a place called Camelot.
Come forward and state your business.
Sir, I have a plea to make before King Arthur.
Oh. All right, let him pass.
Thank you.
My
Lord Arthur, it is preposterous. At a time like this, to expect us to worry about shepherds. Marhaus and his allies threaten us. We are faced with a full-scale war, and this herder of sheep asks us to concern ourselves about some distant village brawl.
Those knights killed a man, terrorized women and children, plundered and slaughtered as they chose. You call that a brawl?
The shepherd has picked a bad moment. More important things concern us. A possible war, Sir Lancelot.
Innocent people are being repeatedly attacked for no cause. Doesn't that concern us?
But as the case says, it does seem out of place at this particular moment. If some gentle lady were in peril, or one of our high-born allies.
Lord Arthur, may I point out that the humbler a man is, the more urgent his grievance is likely to be.
Quite true. But we still have to face this threat of warfare. At a time like this, we need every man we have. We can't divert our strength now.
Not even for shepherds.
My lord, you speak of strength. There is strength in shepherds, too.
What do you want to do? Make knights out of shepherds?
No, but we can make foot soldiers out of them to back up our knights in battle.
We can't undertake to defend every pigsty and sheepwalk in the land.
No, but we can try to give people the courage to defend themselves.
And we can balance the numbers against us by widening our support amongst the ordinary people of Britain.
Who among us will champion a shepherd's cause?
In these grave times, sire, my place is at your side. That's how I feel.
I agree. My lord Arthur, I should be proud to be chosen to right any wrongs done to these shepherds.
Thank you, Sir Lancelot. Proceed at once to this shepherd's village.
Not far now, sir. That's where they come from. They ride out whenever they feel like it and take whatever they like. Every settlement for miles around has been raided many times.
I'll go to the castle first and speak to Sir Mador.
Why? What do you think he's going to do? Say he's sorry?
I must hear his side of the story. Maybe he doesn't know what his men do. Perhaps he's willing to punish them himself.
You're going to ask him to punish one of his own knights for killing one of us?
I'm going to ask him, yes.
And that's the kind of help I went all the way to Camelot for.
According to the rules, you will fight your way to the swords and shields. The winners will have the honor of fighting it out together. Ready? Go. You're up, dead, both of you. And dead men eat no dinner. You two, work up an appetite.
What's your business, sir? I am Sir Lancelot, come from Camelot to speak with Sir Mador.
Move, Petrock, move! Doesn't matter how strong your arms are if you don't use your feet.
Raise the portcullis.
Greetings, Sir Knight. My porter tells me you come from Camelot.
On a mission from Arthur, King of all Britain.
We are honored by your visit. For how long may we have the privilege of entertaining you?
I do not seek shelter, but justice. Some shepherds in these hills have been molested by knights from this castle. One of them was killed protecting his daughter.
Continue your exercises. We'll discuss your complaint over a cup of wine. You must understand my position, Sir Lancelot. These retainers of mine are all knights bachelor. Men without attachments except to my service.
Which means you're responsible for their actions.
They are indispensable to me for defense and to compete alongside me in tournaments. Between such occasions, I have to keep them in fighting trim.
By raiding unarmed peasants?
They go restless when they're pent up in a castle. I watch for the danger signals and then give them time off to ride out on their own.
Do you give them permission to rob and to kill?
The need doesn't arise. I have a good idea what they do. But they're rough men, trained to kill. They don't have our background in chivalry.
Chivalry? We're talking about mistreating innocent women, murdering unarmed old men. If you don't punish your people for those crimes, you're just as much to blame as they are.
Apparently our views are too far apart to be reconciled.
You don't propose to curb your people, then?
No. Do you?
Yes, Sir Mador, I do.
Quick, here he comes.
While we rescue him.
And this is his answer? Not his final one, I promise you. Take me back to your village, eh?
Elsa!
Elsa, he's a friend. It's Sir Lancelot for King Arthur. He's been sent to help us. Did you miss me?
Yes, I missed...
Enough to change your mind?
No, I haven't changed my mind.
This is Elsa, whose father was killed. Sir Lancelot. Are the men still out with the sheep? Oughtn't they to be home?
They're coming now. There was a wolf, and they sent the boys back for their bows.
Good morning.
Hello, Judd.
Looks like they had good hunting.
You want to talk to them now?
All right.
Is this all the great king has sent to protect us? Only one knight?
King Arthur needs all his men in Camelot. But even if he'd sent a dozen of us, what good would they be to you?
The raiders come in small groups. A dozen knights could fight them off.
What about the next time? Could a dozen knights stay here permanently to protect one village? What about all the other villages in Britain?
Then it's like we said, there is no protection. Chad's journey was in vain.
Not if I can teach you to protect yourselves. Now, see that bow? That's a good sturdy weapon. Might pierce armor at short enough range.
We are not warriors, Sir Knight. Most of us have never raised a hand against our fellow men.
If we fought them, they'd only kill us.
Aye, Aidan died because he raised a stick against one of them. That shows what happens when you try to resist.
It's no use, Sir Lancelot. The world is divided into men who are born to ride horses and fight, and the rest of us who are at their mercy.
Chad doesn't think that, do you, Chad? Or you wouldn't have traveled all the way to Camelot.
I had hoped the king would send some knights to punish those murderers. Not just one man to go to Sir Mador's castle and scold him.
You saw Sir Mador? What did he say?
He feels the same way as you do.
The same way we do?
You mean to say he's going to stop his men from raiding us?
No. I mean, he thinks there's nothing to be done about it. He, too, feels it's a law of nature that some men should prey upon others.
Shall I tell him what happened to you?
I was assaulted and thrown out of the castle.
When are we going to eat? The women are preparing the supper.
You'll stop and have some food with us, won't you, eh? You've had a long journey. You see, Sir Knight, our festive board is all prepared.
Yes.
Sit you down.
Thank you.
And let me pour you out a tankard of ale. There.
Thank you. But I'd like to ask you more of a favor than all this. You see, I don't believe it's impossible to fight back. But then perhaps that's because I've never been a shepherd. I don't know what it's like to live the way you do.
Of course you don't. You were born for one kind of life, and we were born for another.
I'd like to live as one of you for a while, if you'll have me.
Huh?
I'll work, earn my keep, do whatever I'm told.
You want to look after sheep?
Yes. You'll have to be patient with me.
Chad, is this a madman you found on the road?
Well, I don't know whether he's mad or not, but I don't see how he can do us any harm.
How about this one for shearing?
No, not yet. It's not only the length you tell by, it's the feel of it. Well, it's...
Oh, I'll never learn.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. You're really doing very well. There's someone coming. It's one of them.
Kill me a sheep. We need some mutton.
Yes, Sir Knight. We'll pick you out a special one from the rest of the flock.
And decide on a fair price.
You expect me to pay for it?
Or else be treated as a thief? You have your choice.
Be quiet, you fool.
As I see it, there is only one weak point in our defense. To the south. To the north, the east, and the west, we are protected by the hills. We must barricade the south entrance.
But they'll kill us all. They'll wipe us out. And all because of you.
They'll do nothing unless you let them.
Wherever they come from, how can we fight Sir Major and all his knights?
How? Weren't you watching this afternoon? We'll fight the way Sir Lancelot did.
Right, with a few improvements. Now listen, we haven't got much time left. Let's not waste it arguing about what's already done.
Nothing to argue about. You saw to that. It's fight or die now.
It's fight. Excellent archers. But in war, you've got to learn to shoot as one man. All right, draw your bows. Shoot! Good.
That's the idea. Any more ready?
Yes, there's two down there.
Good. Well, just finish what you're doing. I think that's enough.
Right.
How are we off for arrows?
Plenty of shafts, but we've no more metal arrowheads.
Where's my shield and armor?
I have it. I have all your things.
Good, we'll fetch them. Melt down as much as you can use.
But, Sir Knight, you can't fight without armor.
We all fight the same way in this army.
Draw your bows. Shoot! Again! Hold your fire. Take the women out of here. Take the arrows. Move that table over there. Come on, jump to it. Move! Come on! Come on now. Move into formation. Only don't fire this time. Wait until I give the word to break. Then break and let them through. Right. Here they come. Hold it! Break!
I yield. What terms?
Firstly, your pledge that none of the men of your castle will ever molest defenseless people again.
Defenseless? Who's defenseless?
I'm sorry. I'll be more precise. Your pledge that the men of your castle will neither rob nor harm anyone anywhere.
I so pledge. I think we'll look a taste for it anyway.
Secondly, you will accompany me to Camelot, there to swear fealty to King Arthur as Overlord of Britain.
Agreed.
Elsa! This orphaned girl has no dowry. I think it's only right that you should provide her with one. I think she'll be needing it soon.
Why, welcome home, Lancelot.
Thank you, Merlin. What's the crystal ball for? Apart from seeing your visitors without turning round?
With it, I see events which help me to prophesy. Oh, laugh if you will, but this helps me to concentrate. And 9/10 of prophesying is concentration. Why, I even knew before you came home that you had taught our shepherd friends how to fight and defend themselves.
Remarkable. And did your crystal ball also tell you that I learnt more than I taught? That for the first time in my life, I experienced the strength of the common people. And I realized that without them, we cannot survive.
Wait a minute. Why, that's exactly what it says here.
Now listen to my story, yes, listen while I sing of days of old in England when Arthur was the king, of Merlin the magician and Guinevere the queen, and Lancelot the bravest knight the world has ever seen. In days of old, when knights were bold, his story told of Lancelot. In days of old, when knights were bold, his story told Lancelot.